Hi, this is Pratik and welcome to CodeVerify. In this video tutorial, we're gonna learn yet another data structure which is called as stacks. And this is one of the most important data structures that we're gonna learn today, and it is so important that even in the future topics that we're gonna cover, like implementing postfix to infix to postfix conversion and binary search tree graphs, it's gonna be used everywhere. So this is one of the most important concept, and it's pretty much going to come in the later topics as well. So let's understand what is a stack. Now stacks can be considered as a bunch of plates kept on top of each other. So you can see that plate 1 was the first plate that came in the picture, and above it was plate 2, and so on and so forth, and the uppermost plate is 6. So if you want to place one more plate, then you will place it at the top, and when you want to remove a plate, you will also remove it from the top. So this removing, I shall call it as popping, and when you add a plate, it will call as pushing. So there are basically two operations. The first operation is push, where you push in a new plate under the current stack and it comes at the top, and the second operation is pop, where you pop a plate out of the stack and it is popped from the top. So pushing and popping happen at the same side, and this is the most important characteristics of stack, that is push and pop take place from the same side. So while doing data structures, we will see a flattened version of stacks like this, where you keep on inserting at the left side, and when you want to pop out, you pop out, so you keep inserting at the right side, and when you want to pop out, you pop out also from the right side. So this is how push and pop take place. They are always from the same side. In Python, the implementation of push and pop is pretty easy. That is, you use an empty list first, and you keep pushing elements into this empty list at the last, and when you want to pop out element from the list, you simply pop out from that list, and that also happens from the last. So in our code, first I'm gonna define a class, and I'll call it as class stack, and this I'm gonna first define a constructor, and in this constructor I am gonna initialize an empty stack. So here I made an empty stack where I use the concept of list. So this is basically implementing stack by using lists. Okay, so remember that I said there are two operations, push and pop. So for each operation I'm going to define a function. So first one is push, where I take in as the data as the parameter, and I'll take in this data and I will append it at the end of this stack. So I'm just going to make use of that empty stack, and I am going to append the data at the end of the stack. So data is getting appended at the rightmost side of the stack, and remember that this stack, empty stack, would be formed as soon as we make an object of the class stack, and then the constructor will be called automatically when you create an object of the class stack, and this empty stack will be formed. All right, so now we have done with the push operation. Now it's time for the pop operation, and for the pop operation, first, before popping, it's safe to check whether the stack is empty or not. So if it is empty, we cannot pop from the stack. So we check that by saying if length stack is 0, which means it's empty, then simply I am gonna print sorry, the stack is empty and cannot pop from the stack. But else, if it is not empty, then I am gonna use the dot pop operation for a list, and whatever is popped out, this dot pop operation actually returns a value, and that value I'm gonna store it in I. And I am also gonna print out the popped item as that is I itself. I'm gonna define one more function called peek. This is not necessary, but in case you are curious to see what is at the topmost position of the stack, then you can define this function peek, where you're gonna peel the stack and find the element which is at the topmost of the stack. In this case, since your list, we're gonna look at or peek at the value that is present at the rightmost position of this list or stack. So I am going to say that print several stack -1. So this -1 is actually pointing to the rightmost element of the list, and that comes out as that can be visualized as the topmost position of the stack. So now I will call these functions one by one in the main, but before calling them, I am going to define a print stack function, which is going to let us see what we had actually built. And then I'm going to say print self stack and n equals to empty. This is so that everything gets printed in a single row. So now it's time to make an object of the class stack, and I am going to make an object, which means the constructor runs automatically and an empty stack gets created. After this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to push 1, 2, and 3 by using the push function that I have already declared, and then also I'm going to make use of the print stack function to print the stack that we have built. So if I have to save this and run this, we see that, all right, so this is the stack that we have built. So this rightmost side is at the top of the stack, and at the top we have pushed the element 3. Okay, so moving forward, we are also interested in popping out from the stack. So first I'm going to break that line, and I'm going to print a new line, and I'm going to say object.pop. If you run this program, you see that, all right, you popped out 3, but we are also interested in getting the new stack. So I'm again going to call the print stack function, and I'm going to say object.print stack, and let's see what comes out as the output. All right, so here it is. All right, it worked correctly. So you popped out 3, and the resultant stack is 1, 2, and 3 is popped out. So this is how the popping operations. If you want, you can also do the peek operations, but I'm not really interested in performing peek operation right now. So that's it for today, and this is how stack implementation is done in Python. So I hope you like this video. Like and share this video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel.